The new Whirlpool W collection with Sixth Sense technology that fully guides you to achieve perfect results. Whirlpool, sensing the difference.
And welcome back now. Simon is looking after lunch today. He's doing more than looking after it.
He certainly is. What are we having, Chef?
Well, we're going to try and cook it start to finish in this one fell swoop. We're having black pudding, scallops and a pea puree. So, great Irish produce, as I said, from Sneem in County Kerry. We have the black pudding, the scallops from my own fish market out in Skerries, and then the peas. So we start with the pea puree.
Okay.
So in
do we need to do timers here? Are we?
You're okay for this. Janine did this one already, but I want you to stand by for the scallops. So in a pot of boiling water, I have about 130, 140 grams of peas. Frozen peas are perfectly fine. And I've cut up 2 spring onions, and I have them in there as well. All right, all you have to do, bring them to the boil, let it simmer for about 4 minutes. Job's done, okay? So I'm going to take these off, and then we're going to strain them. Okay. And then I'm going to make a bit of noise, but that's okay. So we talk about using veg and using frozen veg. Some people are a bit wary of it. Most top chefs will tell you that the best frozen veg to use is frozen peas. Perfectly good product, okay? So there's the peas drained with the little spring onions in there as well. So I'm going to hit that with a little bit of seasoning. So a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of salt, and then I'm going to put 1 fresh mint leaf. Just tear it up in there. And then I'm going to add in 2 little tablespoons of cream, and then what we're going to do is we're going to blitz it together. So I'm going to make a bit of noise. We'll go 3 spoons of cream, since it's nearly Christmas.
Sure, why not?
Sure, why not?
You're just going to use the hand blender.
I'm going to use a stick blender, and I'm going to blend that for about 30 seconds. So if you need to go to the loo, do it now. So just blitzing that together. Nice and simple. And traditionally, you'll get the black pudding and scallops served with the pea puree. So you can see how simple that is to make. Don't be too fussy about getting it very pure. Okay. There's got to be bits in it. That's fine.
Okay, it doesn't have to be a smooth paste.
No, we're not going to fall out over. So that is the pea puree done. Okay. So we move on now to black pudding. I say it every time when I'm on, we've all got great butchers, great local butchers.
Yes.
It's my wooden leg falling off. But we need to support them. This black pudding, which is a beautiful product, has come all the way from Sneem in County Kerry. They have 2 great butchers down there, small little town. They do amazing products down there. My sister-in-law, her people are from Sneem, and every year they go down for a couple of weeks, and I get brought back some of this gorgeous produce, and I've always threatened to use it on the show. Today's the day. Lovely. So it comes in a rectangular form. I've just cut them in half just for presentation here. This is so good. Like, this takes about 2 minutes to cook.
Is that all? Because on your kind of regular pudding that you buy in the shop, it says 8-9 minutes on the back.
You don't want to cook the life out of it, you know. You want to keep that so it's still got a little bit of give in it. It's almost like a pate. I mean, a lot of people would eat that raw. Just spread that on a bit of toast. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
I would not eat it raw,
yes,
would you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it.
It's a little bit dry, obviously, but it's
all we
edible.
want is a little bit of oil in the pan. Lowish heat. Don't go too high in the heat. And about a minute either side. We're just really looking to get some colour and some heat through it.
Okay.
Oh, if you could see Anna's face of disgust while we're on the close-up.
I also discovered yesterday, by the way, that Anna Daly has never had a coddle in her life.
No, and so therefore, one of these Sundays,
I'm going to cook a coddle.
I said it just doesn't appeal to me. It looks disgusting.
Really? A clear stew?
Well, no. It looks like sausages in hot water. Janine, are you with me? Janine is nodding.
We will settle this in a few weeks' time.
As is our director.
Now, is that a very high heat you're...
It's not really. It's kind of a medium heat. You can see straight away that it's almost there already. That's less than a minute on one side. I'm going to give that about another 1 minute. Okay. And then I'm going to take it off the heat and just let it sit there and do its thing. It'll finish the cooking process. Now, to the fish. Okay. Again, we've said this 100 times on the show. People are nervous about fish. I don't cook enough fish at home because I'm scared of it. And I like to think that I can cook. I know my way around the kitchen. Scallops are kind of easy. Okay. The only thing you look out for with scallops is don't overcook them. Less is more. When you go to your fishmongers, they'll do all the work for you because these, obviously, it's a shellfish. It comes in the shell. It'll have the little orange roe attached to it. You can ask your fishmonger just to prep them for you. They'll take them out of the shell, they'll take the roe off, and you'll get them like that. Okay. And they're reasonably good value for money. I got a dozen scallops yesterday for about €13. It's not too bad. Okay. You wouldn't be eating them 3 times a week, but if you're having people over, if you want to impress, great little starter for a dinner party.
Yeah.
So all I'm going to do with the scallops is, again, I've got a nice high heat in this pan. I'm going to hit that with some oil.
Now, you've a little trick here, don't you? Which I really like.
Yes, you treat your pan like a clock, OK? Before we get them into the pan, I'm just going to season them lightly with a little bit of black pepper. I'm not going to put salt on them, because obviously they've spent the entirety of their life in lovely salt water, so there's enough salt in there. OK, so treat your pan like a clock when it comes to cooking scallops. Now, Aidan, I want 90 seconds on your stopwatch. You say ready, steady.
Ready, steady, cook.
OK, so if you think of your pan as a clock, that's 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and about 20 to 9, right? So the reason you do that is because you're not going to touch them again now for 90 seconds.
OK.
So when you're in the kitchen, you might go off and do something else and then come back and go, oh, hang on, which one did I put in first? You start at 12 o'clock, so we know this man is the first one to turn over and go clockwise, OK? So we want 90 seconds on them. We're going to go 90 seconds either side. My pudding, as you can see, is pretty much done. I'm just going to turn it again.
And you're going to take it off the heat?
I'm going to take it off the heat. I don't want it to crisp up. I'm looking for a texture thing here, but I don't want crispness on the pudding. So you can see that's done. That's finished. So I'm going to take that off the heat. That's ready to go. OK. So simple enough so far?
Yep.
Again, you see, I'm not going near the fish. I'm going to let it do its thing. I want to get colour on those scallops, and I want to make sure they're cooked. And there's another little trick I'm going to show you when you flip them to cook the other side.
See, I would have had a tendency now to move them
shaking,
around the pan.
Don't go near.
We all do, yeah.
You know,
20 seconds,
you'll often
by the
hear
way.
chefs, thank you, you'll often hear chefs saying with meat, cooking a steak, put it in the pan, leave it.
Yeah.
Don't be fluid and fussed with it.
Right, OK.
Leave it.
It's just
Give
a
it a
bad
chance
habit.
to cook. Because you'll see now in how many seconds?
10.
10 seconds. When I turn this, you're going to have a gorgeous colour. And we're going to start, as I said, at 12 o'clock. I'm going to guess.
And it'll be sealed.
It should have a lovely little caramelised colour on it.
That's time.
That's time. So we're going to turn the first one. There's our lovely colour on it. We want 90 seconds again, Aidan.
OK.
Now, little restaurant-y trick now that I learned on MasterChef when it came to prepping scallops. 90 seconds, but to finish it, you see them doing this in restaurants all the time. We're going to add a bit of butter into the pan, and what we're going to do is we're going to nap the scallops with the butter. That gives it that gorgeous shine, that glimmer when you get it. You know, when it arrives on your plate.
I love the way
there's a
term for every little action.
You're
going to nap the butter.
Going to nap it. So all you do...
So it makes them glossy.
All you do to nap anything, you do this when you're cooking a breast of chicken in the pan, a little bit of butter at the end. You let the butter start to melt, tip the pan towards you, and just pour that butter, that melted butter, over the scallops. And you can see straight away what it does. It's just going to give the finished dish that gorgeous shine.
Little glass coat.
All we're doing, exactly, we're just making it nice and glossy. How long have we got on the clock, Chef?
Coming up on 30 seconds.
30 seconds. And you can see how little cooking there is in it. Literally, lads, 90 seconds. OK? I'm going to let them finish, let them have their 90 seconds in the pan. By napping that, that just gives it that eye appeal when you then serve it. You know, when you order scallops in a restaurant, they arrive, they always have that gorgeous shine off them. That's how they do it.
But it adds to the flavour as well.
Oh, it does, absolutely. And also you've got that lovely, when we had our black pepper in there, that's butter's now seasoned with the black pepper. So you're reintroducing that all the time to the scallop. How long have we got left, Chef?
3 seconds. 2,
OK.
1.
Right,
Bing
done.
bong.
So that is 90 seconds either side. That's gone off the heat as well. So, to present our dish now, we got these two lovely little plates.
Look, he's up in his ante with the
well, now, Lisa
it's all very dainty.
accessories
Even
and the props, isn't he?
Lisa was dispatched
as well.
yesterday. She said, no, I'll go and get you nice plates now. And she did. She got these two gorgeous little plates. So we're going to start with our pea puree. And it's because it's a starter, we're just going to go with 2 each. Nice and rustic. A little dollop of our pea puree on the plates. And I remember doing these in the final, as I said, for MasterChef.
Who was in the final with you?
Oisin McConville and Niamh Kavanagh.
Yes.
And I've said to you before, I did that show to challenge my shellfish. So that's why I wanted to cook fish in the final. I said, because I don't cook enough and I want to challenge it. I'll challenge myself, push myself. And I've cooked these since. So a little bit of our pea puree. And then we have this gorgeous black pudding from the Kingdom, which, as I said to you, is like a pate. You could eat it raw. Anna Daly wouldn't, but we won't fall out over it. So there's our gorgeous black pudding on there.
Oh, this is really taking shape now, in fairness
It's
to you.
starting to get there, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then we finish it with our beautiful scallops, our pan-fried scallops that we finished
Oh, you're stacking them.
in
Okay.
our gorgeous butter.
Wow.
There's all sorts of beeps and whistles going off.
And
I don't know what that's for. It's either the oven or it's my pacemaker. I'll check the battery in a minute.
between his wooden leg and his pacemaker, we're amazed you're here at all.
It's a miracle I'm standing up. And there we have it. So there you are, my love.
Bravo, chef. Bravo.
well done.
All in 9 minutes.
Our gorgeous kerry black pudding
Wow.
and our beautiful scallops. Nice, simple starter. Start to finish, 9 minutes. Job done.
That's very
done.
impressive.
Look at the size
Well
of the
done.
scallops too. Well,
Nice, isn't it?
Simon's full recipe is up on our website. Do check it out. And he's also made extra. So, oh yes, maybe call around to his house later. We say that every time, and we will give out his address. That's up there on the website too as well.
There for everyone to see. Now, lots more still to come on Ireland AM. See you shortly.
The new Whirlpool W collection with Sixth Sense technology that fully guides you to achieve perfect results. Whirlpool, sensing the difference.